The Edo State Police Command has arrested a middle-aged man who allegedly beat his wife to death for denying him sex. The spokesman of the command, SP Bello Kotongs, who confirmed the arrest in Benin City this Wednesday, said that the incident occurred on June 27th this year. The police image maker gave the address of the couple as number 1 Okiedegwe Street off Asnan bus stop in the Evotubu area of Benin City. He said that the case was transferred to the State Command from Evotubu Police Division, where the matter was first reported. Kotong said that the deceased, aged 50, got married to the suspect in 2002 and have 2 children, aged 19 and 15.
The Edo State Police Command, through its Evotubu Division, received a complaint from one Miss Lovett, 33 years, that her mother was beaten by her husband, which led them to an hospital. But before the particular hospital took her on admission, 3 other hospitals rejected her because of the beating she received from the husband on 27th of June 2021 at about 23:00 hours of that day. The woman was on admission when operative of the Ewotubu division went to meet her and obtain a statement to ascertain the actual reality of what happened. So the woman, in her statement, alleged that her husband, within that hour, 23:00 hours, came to her room requesting her to come to his own room, that she should come and sleep over there. The woman said no, she is tired, she cannot come to his room. At the process, the husband started threatening her with an axe that if she did not open, he would break the room and beat her off. So from her statement, that's not the first time. Anytime she did not go to his room, he ended up beating her. At that time, she opened the window to run away. He heard about it. He heard the noise that she's opening a window to run away. He now accosted and blocked her at the window and started beating her. She fell on the ground, and according to her, he continued beating her until she could not move again. She shouted before she became unconscious, she shouted for neighbors to come out. But because of the man's attitude, according to some of the neighbors, that they could not come until there was no noise. They came and met her unconscious on the ground. That was when they took her to the hospital, and 3 other hospitals rejected her. They went to the final hospital where they accepted her. Even in that place, they have to also transfer her to UBTH, where she died on the 7th of July, 2021. The husband, Mr. Emmanuel Asimota, has been arrested.
The All Progressives Congress APC has advised Nigerians to disregard a letter purportedly suspending Senator Rocha Sokorocha from the party as fake. The National Secretary APC Caretaker and Extraordinary Convention Planning Committee, Senator John Akpanu-Udo-Edehe, made the call in a statement on Tuesday in Abuja. He described the said letter as fake and the handiwork of fifth columnists who are prepared to cause crisis within the party. Akpanu-Udo-Edehe said that APC did not currently have a national working committee as stated in the fake letter. He said the party had the Caretaker and Extraordinary Convention Planning Committee, which has been saddled with the mandate to reposition, unite, and strengthen it. The APC scribe called on the discerning public to be very wary of fifth columnists and jobbers relentlessly scheming to use every opportunity to stoke crisis in the party and polity through fake news. He also urged the media to always rely on its well-known and official communication and publicity channels to get accurate information on the activities of the party. Minister of State for Labor and Employment, Festus Keyamo, says there is no law against the decision of Zamfara State Governor Bello Matawalle to defect to the All Progressives Congress APC. On the eve of his defection, the PDP said Matawalle's seat will become vacant if he defects to the APC. But in a statement, Keyamo said Section 221 of the Constitution, as well as the judgment of the Supreme Court in Faleke versus the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, which the party is hinging on to make its claim, does not relate to defection of a governor from one party to another. He added that to give its illogical assertions some veil of constitutionality, the PDP placed reliance on Section 221 of the 1999 Constitution as amended, as well as the judgment of the Supreme Court in Faleke versus INEC. Keyamo continued that unfortunately for the PDP, the Supreme Court's decision in Faleke versus INEC does not relate to the consequence of the defection of a governor from one political party to the other. He added that it is extremely laughable that the PDP that celebrated the defection of Governor Samuel Otom of Benue State and Governor Godwin Obaseki of Edo State from the APC to the PDP with such elaborate fanfare would muster the effrontery to attempt to remove Governor Bello Matawalle from office for defecting to the APC. While citing a number of Supreme Court cases, Keyamo argued that a party's ticket is only a vehicle to get elected, with an explanation that once elected, a governor drops that party ticket and becomes a free agent for everyone in that state. Keyamo said he wonders the audacity the PDP has to directly instruct banks not to transact any business with a duly elected governor, adding, "This is a joke that portrays the PDP as a comedy troupe." He concluded that it is also very seditious to attempt to shut down or take over a government of Zamfara State without a court order and by unconstitutional means.
Listen to this truth. We are growing by the day and our viewership keeps growing on our different platforms. We are inviting you to advertise your goods and services with us at incredibly low rates. And do you have news for us? Script or video? Please contact us through our email address clearviewnewsroom@gmail.com or WhatsApp line 080-650-30-300. Again, 080-650-30-300. Welcome on board.
Do you know that in no distant time, civil servants in Osun State, southwest Nigeria, will start wearing uniforms to their various places of work? Well, that is a directive by the #1 citizen of the state, Governor Gboyega Oyetola. So how is the governor's directive being received by Nigerians? Clearview TV's camera crew led by Florence Joshua was on the streets of Abuja and brought us these reactions.
In this age and time, you tell adults that have been working and they have been very, very productive, you not tell them to wear school uniforms. It makes sense. People wake up in this country, instead of them to address issues that affect the welfare and well-being of citizens, why don't we address issues that bother around structural development, issues that bother around security, and so many other things. But instead, he's telling them to wear uniforms to work.
Should wear whatever they want to wear and go to work. Mine is let them do what they're supposed to do in the office, do their normal work judiciously and all that. Wearing uniform is not necessary, really.
I'm not particularly in Osun State, but wearing uniform to the office is not a nice idea.
Do we assume that civil servant going to office with a uniform is an achievement? It's never an achievement. That is too, am I likely it to be too awkward and too uncivilized? Looking at men, women of timber and caliber asking them to go to office on a uniform.